Yo, what's up, guys? I'm here to show you a deck profile for. Oh shit. Here we go. Yo, what's up? I know it's been a while since I made a Yu-Gi-Oh video, but here to show you guys a deck profile, and a quick, maybe one or two combo lines for Runick Melffy's. Now, I came up with this. Well, I'm pretty sure there's ideas out here for Runick Melffy's, but this is my take on the deck. Came up with it myself, and this is what I found what's best so far in my matchups and testing. But this is my take on Runick Melffy, so let's get into the deck profile. Alright, so main deck monsters, playing triple copies of Melffy Puppy. The goodest boy lets you special summon a beast from deck, or level 1 or level 2 or lower beast monster. It could be any beast. Usually targets would be like Kalantosa, but if you really have to go into like the next Melffy, which would be Wally, so play 3 copy of Wally as well. Wally lets you special summon out 2 Melffys from your deck. So this is one of the main ones that we need. So 3 Puppy, 3 Wally. Next one up is 2 Caddy. Caddy lets you search out and add to hand a Melffy or a beast, level 2 or lower. Oh, actually, sorry, you can search out 1 beast monster from your deck to your hand, so it doesn't matter about level. You can just add any kind of beast. So if you're playing like Alpha, then you can search out Alpha. But in this deck profile, we're not playing Alpha. This deck is pure control, and we're not attacking in this deck. Next up, play 1 penny. You only need 1 penny. Well, the way how I play, you can run 2 pennies just for a little bit more consistency, but you don't want to see penny in your starting hand. You don't want to draw into penny. You can always just search it out with Puppy, Wally, or Caddy. Well, actually, no, you're not even searching it out with Puppy, because you need penny in your hand to activate his effect, which would let you special summon him, and using Melffys in your hand as synchro material. Up next, 1 Fenny. Fenny's really good because sometimes I draw into Kalantosa and boop, special summon Fenny. Special summon out the bounce back Fenny and special summon out the Kalantosa. Should let you get a pop, target pop. Now next, 1 Pony, just for you to help recycle out Penny or Fenny. Sometimes you might need a Wally or Puppy, but that's maybe going into like mid game or end game state. But that is it for the Melffys of the deck. But up next, play 2 Kalantosa. Kalantosa is really good to have a special summoning out with Puppy or Fenny. Lets you do a target pop. It's not once per turn either, so you could special summon him out with Puppy, boop, you get a pop. Or if you have this in hand, special summon him out with Wally, with Fenny, you get another pop. It's fun. I play 1 Valerian as well. It's just another tuner in the deck. You don't really need Valerian, but it's for a synchro that I play in a deck, so that's why. But it's good as well. You just discard a card And since we're playing Runick Melffys, you can discard a Runick card and help you get that draw 3. But you discard 1 card and you target 1 level 2 or lower beast type monster in your graveyard, and you can special summon it. In attack position or face down defense. I've misplayed so many times where I accidentally special summon it in face down defense, but other than that, it's good. It has a good effect. And last but not least, 1 Hoppier Squadron. Hoppier Squadron is kind of your substitute for Penny, because they kind of have the same effect. You can synchro on your opponent's turn. Penny, though, it would be the better case, because Penny lets you use as much Melffys in your hand for synchro material, whereas Hoppier Squadron only lets you target 1 other monster you have face up on the field to use it as synchro material. So most of the time you're just gonna have a level 2, and then you use Hoppier Squadron's effect to special summon it, and you're synchroing into a 4. So that's about it for the monsters, but we also play 3 Lava Golem just in case we need to board break. Yeah, it's self-explanatory, Lava Golem, and it's great with this deck. Lava Golem is very good with this deck. That's all the monsters we'll be running in this deck, main deck. Onto the spells. Play the Runicks, so 2 fountains. I know Banlist came out and it hit fountain down to 2, but in all honesty, you only need 2 fountains. That's all you need. In some other decks, you only need to run 1 fountain because you can get it back, unless it's banished. But 2 fountains, that's all you need. Up next, we play the next best Runick tip, the Searcher, banish 1. 3 freezing curses, the in archetype imperm, basically banish 3. Up next, 3 flashing fire lets you target pop and you banish 2. Up next, Runick Destruction, the built-in archetype MST. Target 1 spell trap, pop it, and then banish 4. And then last but not least, for the Runicks, 3 slumbers. Because we're not attacking this deck, we can play Runicks. Slumbers is really great as well. It's kind of like Sky Striker Ego Booster in a way. But that is it for the Runicks. And then for the last spells, we're playing 1 Staring Contest and 1 Hide and Seek for Melffys. Hide and Seek is your recycler, and Staring Contest is just it's like your Fire Formation Tenki, so to say. But Staring Contest just helps you get into other Melffys that you might need in your deck. And then we also play 3 Messenger of Peace, because again, we're not attacking. So, and you only have to pay 100 per standby phase, and by then you're already decking your opponent out. Or they're gonna scoop because they're too annoyed with your deck. And that's all for the main deck, 40 card main deck, no traps. On to the extra deck. For the extra deck, start off with the Runicks. Play 2 Huggin, 1 Moonin, 1 Jerry, and 1 Sleipnir. I used to run 3 Huggin and 2 Jerrys, because I thought, maybe I could use a little bit more Runicks, but after testing and playing this deck more, I found that this was the better option, the better ratio, I should say. Sleipnir helps with syncering, but he rarely ever comes up. You're mainly just going to use him just to banish out an opponent's monster. But that is it for the Runicks. Up next, we have the Melffys. So you play 2 Forest and 2 Merry Melffys. This is all you need. You don't need to play Joyous Melffys, because again, you're not attacking, and we're not playing Mommy either, because Mommy is just too slow. This is too slow to build up on. She acts as a really great shield though, but it takes too long for her to build up the material. So the only XCs you're playing in this deck, Melffy of the Forest and the Synchro Melffys, Merry Melffys. Merry Melffys is good, helps you get into Forest. Merry Melffys also has a bounce on your opponent's card or your cards, and I will show you in a bit why Merry Melffys is so good. Just keep that right there just so you can see that. Up next, I have Herald of the Arclight, Nature of the Beast, Omega, and Baron de Fleur. And this is pretty scary to look at, you know? Herald of the Arclight, because it's super easy walking D-shifter, you know, and you have a Omni Negate on this. Naturia Beast, because you can make it with Bellerophon and Moonin. It's kind of situational though, because you really don't get the chance to go into Nat Beast, but I threw it in here anyways, just cause. That's why I cut out Jerry for Naturia Beast. It was to play Psyframe Lord Omega, because he's a level 8. It's really easy to get into 8, same as Barone. Level 10, really easy to get into a level 10 with Penny. And that is it for the synchros. And last but not least, a small link package, just IP and Appaloosa as well. It's a lot of negates going on. You know, yeah, Herald and Barone and Nat Beast. That's and Melffy of the Forest does a negate too. Whenever your Melffys bounce back to your hand, you can activate the effect first thing on chain to negate face up monster on your opponent's field. And it stays negated too, just as long as the monster stays up face up on the field, it stays negated with Melffy of the Forest. So Forest is really great. But yeah, it's really easy to link off into Appaloosa and IP. Just make IP on your turn pass, and then you can just bamboozle them to go into Appaloosa, because you're on your end phase, you're summoning out Melffys on the end phase anyways, so why not run it? And plus two, with the Merry Melffys, you can bounce. Let's say your Appaloosa runs out of negates, you can target your own Appaloosa, bounce it back, and resummon it again with another 4 negates. So yeah, that's great. It didn't come up as much though using Appaloosa, but when that does come up, it's kind of dirty, you know. It's really fun though. It's really fun. And this is just tokens just for Sleipnir. And on to my side deck. I play, or I run in my side deck, 3 Ashes, 3 Book of Eclipse, 1 Dark Hole, Harpy's Feather Duster, Lightning Storm, Terraforming Pot of Avarice, Melffy Tag, and triple evenly match. So this is off, I apologize, but this is what I run in my side deck. Ash, you know, it's still a really good hand trap. It's Ash. Book of Lunar Eclipse, discard 1, target 2 face-up monsters on the field, change them to face-down defense. It's really good because we can benefit off the discard. Dark Hole, self-explanatory. Feather Duster, self-explanatory. Lightning Storm, self-explanatory. Pot of Avarice, more than likely you're gonna have more than 5 monsters in your graveyard playing Runick Melffys. because of the synchro summoning. So average is in the extra deck just in case. Terraforming, just search out the field spell. And tag actually comes in clutch sometimes, but it rarely comes up. That's why I have it in the side deck. But let's say it's your turn and your opponent is trying to do some disruption, and you can go into Melffy tag. So as they're using an effect to special summon out a monster, you can go tag, special summon out Wally, and when they resolve their special summon, you can use Wally's effect to bring out more Melffys from the deck or whatever you might need. And 3 evenly match is self-explanatory, just board breakers. But let's go into some combos. Oh, I don't want to pull out the optimal hand. I just want to show you how decent your hand can be, or sometimes it could be fire, you know. You brick. There sometimes I bricked drawing 2 Calentosa and 2 fountains. It is really terrible. But I want to say like 80% of the time I have decent or good hands. I think I shuffled good enough. So let's see. Let's get a quick cut. Let's get that 5, draw 5. Let's see what we got. Oh, double Messenger of Peace, flashing fire, and a destruction. So non-Melffy hand. But let's see what we can do. So we can do this on the ending of our main phase 1, but in this case we're gonna do destruction to special summon out the Huggin. Huggin will then pitch a Messenger of Peace just to get your fountain going. Activate your fountain, play Messenger of Peace, and that's it. And on your opponent's turn, let's say they special summon out a monster, use it, activate the fountain. Let's get a quick cut going. Shuffle back or place on the bottom of the deck the 2. Let's see what else we draw. I say meh because Tip is here, you know. It's all right. But anyways, let's try to go in another hand. I see that was like the hand, not the kind of hand you want to see opening when we have playing so many Melffys in deck, and you know we didn't come across one of them. Sad times. But anyways, let's get into it. Another 5. This is the kind of hand that you want to see. This is a great hand. A great hand right here. So here you're just gonna play the fountain, right? Activate Messenger of Peace, go into your end phase, bing. And then on your opponent's turn, just tip whatever you need. Let's say they're, I don't know what they're gonna play. Well, I don't know, let's just do something simple. Flashing fire. And then as soon as they special summon out a monster or normal summon, you bounce back these. Now with Puppy, you want to special summon out the Calentosa. And with Wally, you're going to get Caddy as well as Pony, wherever Pony is. Here we go. The reason why you're gonna get Pony is just to get back Penny in from the graveyard. But now you're gonna get a pop. And then your opponent does something again. Use the caddy to go into Penny. Add the Penny to your hand. And now you can use what? Flashing Fire. Shuffle back or place on the bottom of the deck the 2 to draw 2. Hopefully you get another Melffy or something good. Tip and Freezing Curses. Great. So look, now we got more to search. Oh, we already used Tip on your opponent's turn, so now at least you have an impermanent hand. But basically, all you're gonna do now, depending on your situation, it just playing Runick Melffys all depends on your situation, on what you need on your board. So you can go into Penny, and you can either go into an 8 or 4. In this case, let's go into a 4, which would be Merry Melffys. Now you can bounce, and then if you want to, depending on how your opponent reacts, you're gonna bounce him to get Forest, and now is the time when you bounce back Pony, so you can add back either Caddy or Penny. I usually like to add back Penny, so that's what I'll do. And all I got left now is just the Freezing Curses. So Freezing Curses, hopefully your opponent couldn't build a solid board or anything more to do with. But that is going to be, oh, it's out of focus. But that is pretty much how this deck is played. So all you're doing is stalling. You're stalling your opponent. You're just bouncing, negating, popping stuff. And then with Runicks, you're just decking your opponent out in the meantime. So as each turn passes, they'll run out of resources trying to play around all your bouncing negates and popping, but you're decking them out at the same time using Runicks while you are recycling. Like, look what I have in grave. It's just 2 cards in grave. Everything else came back to hand, and it's great. So it's pretty much the gist of Runick Melffys. It's, of course, it's not the best option of, or best variant of Runicks to play, but it's definitely a fun deck to play, and I suggest you try it. And if you guys have any suggestions or any possible better changes I can make to the deck, then you can let me know in the comments, please. Thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good day.